Hi, I'm Luke, and I am a part of the bootcamp program at Top Shelf here for co-op students. So I am from U Ottawa, and I'm doing the chemical engineering program there. And here I'm working as a junior distiller and junior chemical engineer. So at the start, I really started off with a lot of bottling and learning what the whole distillation process is in making whiskey. And then towards the end, I gradually moved towards working on my 2 term projects that I did. So I had to come up with 2 different projects that I got to design, create, and now I'm filling them, bottling them, and getting them ready to bring to the market. So my first project that I wanted to do was a whiskey, because none of the other students have done a whiskey before. So my idea was do something new that hasn't been done. So I wanted to do a oatmeal cookie whiskey. So what I did was I collected oats, toasted oats, and I got a raisin flavored malt and wheat. And I just mashed that up, distilled it, and now we just put it in our barrel today. And then my other project, I wanted to do an RTD, so a ready to drink, so like a canned seltzer. And for that, I did a cranberry raspberry lemonade, which incorporated 3 of my favorite flavors. So a typical day looks like I'm coming in at 6 or 7 a.m. and I'm taking the gravities of the mashes. I'm helping out with the distillers with their general distilling tasks. I'm running the still. I'm doing part of the mash every day, and then I'm working on my project for a large portion of the day as well. So I've definitely liked the distilling the most. I find it really rewarding that you get to see the grain turn into the mash, turn into distillate, and then finally make whiskey in the end. And that's just really rewarding to see. It's really tangible to see you make something. So for my oatmeal cookie whiskey, I really researched into different types of grain. So I finally settled on oats, and I wanted to do an oat-based whiskey. And then I was looking up online on different recipes people have used, and there's not been a whole lot. So I had to really use my own judgment here. So I decided to do toasted oats. So that included buying some rolled oats and buying some whole grain oats, and then toasting them with our chef Julian here over at the restaurant down the street. So toasted those down, and yeah. And then for my cranberry raspberry lemonade, I had to do a lot of trials to try and get the flavor down. So I started with using different syrups and maple syrup for sweeteners, and it wasn't really working out. It was all separating. So then I moved on to using extracts and water and cane sugar. And I found a recipe that really worked well for me, and it really had a nice light sugar, which is one of the constraints I had, was to make it a seltzer-like drink. So having a background in chemical engineering really helped me with this job, because I could understand all the physics behind everything. I could understand what the distillation column does, what's happening at the bubble plates, how the process is working, and I found that really helped me gauge an understanding behind the whole process. I think the biggest thing I'm taking away from this job is finding that responsibility that I had here, because I'm working with product that will be sold to consumers in 3 years, and it's a pretty expensive product too, that you have to take a lot of responsibility when doing it. You can't mess up. You got to really focus and stay on guard of everything. You got to dial everything in. You got to be asking questions all the time. And yeah, so really having that responsibility is something I'm going to take away from here and use towards my future career. Yeah, so one thing was a lot of the business aspect of it. I came in here with just an engineering mind, just ready to do chemistry the whole time, but I really learned about market research and product design and trials for products, and that I found is really valuable because it really brought me to a whole new place in the industry, really. Yeah, so I heard about the bootcamp program from one of my good friends at school, Rayanne. So she told me about how she got to make products, she got to work in the distillery, make whiskey every day, and that just sounded super exciting. It sounded like a great co-op opportunity, really engaging stuff. So yeah, that's how I found out about it. Be ready to get right into it. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of responsibility right away. You're gonna be distilling, you're gonna be mashing within the first couple of weeks. They're gonna trust you with the still, so you gotta be comfortable with that. Ask lots of questions, what to do, because it never hurts to ask. You're making some expensive product out there, so we got to make sure we do it the best way we can. So there was a lot of people. Everyone I worked here helped me at some point. So Jason, Lynn, Brady, Seth Carter, Dylan, Alex helped me a lot. So really everyone, I was learning from everyone, which was, they could all show me a new thing. They could all show me something that I haven't learned before. or teach me something about distillation or about alcohol in general that I haven't known before. So yeah, they've been really helpful.
If you could describe your boot camp experience in one word, what would it be?
Meaningful.
Can you say, if I could describe the boot camp experience in one word, it would be?
Okay. If I could describe the boot camp experience in one word, it would be meaningful. Yeah, I know. I'm just joking with you, man. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, if I could describe the boot camp experience in one word, it would be meaningful.